all right. Welcome everybody. Welcome. So, give me 1 second. I am having some massive technical difficulties today. Jeez Louise. Okay, so real quick, guys. All right. So, as usual, please show us some love at Captain Hobbes. We are on Instagram. Episode 3 dropped, so please show it some love if you guys are able. We are on YouTube right here. Please take a look. I need to watch the new video. I know I've already seen it because I've worked on it. So, and then I'll be adding some of these new videos as they come up. Please go ahead and also check out the Facebook page. You can see I've been posting the videos as I go through. And as usual, thank you for Stream Beats for providing the free music that keeps me from getting banned. Thank you, Stream Beats. We love you. Alright, so I'm going to put this over there. Okay, so today I'm going to go through a list of certain things that have been requested. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, give me 1 second. I got to pull it up. So last time I drew the popcorn monster, which is fine. But this time around, we have a skit where Skully ends up in a tub of butter. So this is pretty much going to be working on today. So let's go ahead and just sketch out some ideas real quick. Now, normally we know what a barrel looks like, but this is space and his cat. So I'm trying to figure out what I could draw that would be something more spacey. Oh. I was bouncing between Photoshop earlier today. So let's go ahead. And remember, these characters are kind of like fat and stocky. So I can't really draw a super long barrel. I mean, I could, but we're not going to go for that. Okay, so just kind of give me an idea. This is just my rough sketch. I never really worry about this too much. Alright, and the premise is Skully is in a vat of butter. So you can see possibly like the top of his hair drooping out of here. Okay, and we want butter. I know, it's terrible. But if you guys have seen like some of the new ads that are coming out, like, man, they can't even spell anything these days. I kind of don't care. And these put little swooshes on that. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Okay, and I want to make this kind of like spacey because this is the future. So I'm going to create like future space barrels. I'm going to add like some handles here. And this right here is going to get removed. And for most part, what's going to happen is he's going to be covered in this butter. So it's going to be a lot of yellow. A lot of the lines are going to be implied. Alright, and let me quickly pull out his reference. You guys know that I always work with references. Okay, so Astrocats. Let me go to character. Skully. There you are, Skully. Alright, cool to the beans. Alright. Yeah, and for right now, it's, I'm just trying to make as many assets as possible, so I am not like, I am not too worried about staying on model. I'm just trying to get all these assets done so we could get these shorts done. And I'm keeping the files fairly small because, again, we're just doing stuff for YouTube. I'm not even worried about doing anything too crazy, high quality. We're like on a budget on everything, so it's okay. Okay, so I kind of like that. So Skully's ears look a little different. He has kind of like it kind of comes in. So this is yellow, and then it curls up in here. And this is why you have to have your model sheets in front of you. And if this is a 3/4 view, because that's normally how these characters kind of move around in this show, I want to make sure that that shows up right there. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is going to be 1, and I'm going to move this down because it's going to be a 2-step process. It's going to be him in the barrel, and he's going to come out and be like, I'm full of butter. Okay? So I'm going to make this just a hair smaller. So that's 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and lock this up because I don't want to mess with it. Actually, before I do, let's go ahead and drop the opacity. And then let's go ahead and create a new layer. Okay. Always work the least destructive as possible. And tonight I'm gonna game a little bit. I'm gonna go back to Hollow Knight. I won't be able to play as much as I normally can. I do have a freelance thing that I need to do. So I'm gonna be sketching, but it's nothing that I can stream. So I wanted to get this out of the way. I'm trying to get back to my constant schedule of streaming. Like I said, I just got back from vacation, guys, and I feel absolutely great. Me and my friend, like I said, we went walking all over San Antonio. We walked around a total of like almost 40 miles in like 6 days. But we did the caverns out here. It's like Natural Bridge Caverns was great. We also did Mission San Antonio. We go through like all the missions that were established here when this, Spanish were trying to colonize parts of Texas. So it's kind of interesting. My friend brought something up. He's from Maryland, and what he thought it was kind of weird. He's like visiting the national parks. He's like, it's weird that up north all the displays about the British, but then you come to the south and everything's about the Spaniards. And for me, it's not weird since I come from the Caribbean. Everything's about the Spaniards. So it's like, okay, it's just another Spaniard colony. Okay, whatever. So yeah. But it was really cool. So that history. We also went to the Army Medical Museum. That was really cool. And we also got to see Fordstown Houston's museum. So that was great. So yes. My friend is a service member. So I always make sure, to do stuff that is fun for him. He loves history. So I want to make sure that he got to see something that he wanted to do. He's a super good friend of mine. So, it's the least I could do for him coming out here. No one will ever see the giant cat sticking out of a barrel. That's what will make this really funny when we get the skit done. Okay, we're going to do that right there. And I apologize, guys, if you're talking to me and I cannot see you. Hold on, let me make sure that I can see the chat. Give me 1 second. I doubt anybody's talking to me. Yeah, there ain't nobody talking to me. It's cool. It's cool. It's okay. You guys don't love me. It's okay. You know that I don't care. I know my schedule is not constant. And I do the best that I can. But I do appreciate those of you guys who come back and you get a chance to watch some of my streaming. I do appreciate, like I said, I'm just doing this for fun. I am not doing this for glory by any means. Kudos to people that can do it all the time. I am one of them. Period. Okay, so we got the butter stick. And I'm going to put like a sliding... Now, this is where I gotta be careful with this. Oh, what did I do? Okay, so for the stick of butter, now I gotta be careful here because this is a rounded surface. So this technically needs to curve so that we give the illusion that it's contouring. But sometimes I just do like, stuff looks fine, but... Let me see. I could do something better than this. Okay, hold on. I want to take a look at some... Some letter ideas. Okay, cool. I think I'm going to do... Nah, just go ahead and just spell it out. Because someone might misread that. It's like... Oh, she put butts. See? Butts. So I'm just going to go and just spell it out. Yeah, I'm going with the old school bubble letters. Judge me. I don't care. It's just like something out of like Bubblicious. But with like yellow. Okay, you can see like some of the butter like dripping out over here. There we go. go ahead and turn this off. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's go do a little bit of cleanup here. And some of this is going to require a little bit of... Yeah, sorry, my friend's calling me, but I can't pick up right now. I'll call him a little bit later. He'll be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right there. Alright, cool beans. So now I have him inside the barrel. And then the next phase is going to be, I'm going to duplicate the layer, and I'm going to draw him like kind of coming out looking like a zombie. So that's going to be the next one right here. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to duplicate layer. So this is Skully inside barrel. So, and I'm going to drop the opacity on this one. So this is going to be my transparent point. And this is going to be Skully out of barrel. And I cannot spell. There we go. So this one I'm going to drop the opacity just a little bit on this one as well. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start erasing. And that's the thing about this, kids. You don't need to work harder, just work smarter. Okay, so I'm going to keep that right there. I'm going to keep the drip right there. That's fine. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer on top of this. I'm going to keep that as my reference. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer on top of this. And this is just for me to sketch it out. Just kind of get the idea down on paper. So for this, I'm going to switch to like something that sticks out a little bit more, which is the red. And then I'll be able to use that as a reference for my other characters. So I'm going to head over here. And the objective is to make Skully look like a drowned rat coming out of this butter. Now normally he's got like a little hair that like whisks in the corner, but this time around that is not going to be the case. It's going to be just like, you know, his ears are droopy, full of butter. His hair is just literally glued to the middle of his face because it's butter. And then his ears are going to droop down a little bit as well. It's butter. Okay. He's going like, ah, it's butter, it's everywhere. And if it's butter, he probably doesn't want his eyes open, so I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna head over here. And most of his like signature traits you will not be able to see because he's covered in butter. And you ever seen like cheap like movie theater butter? Man, yeah, no. Okay. And he's gonna be coming out like, oh, gross, ew. So his little paws are gonna be out here, ew. It's like, oh God, I got butter everywhere, ah! Again, this is just dripping with butter. He just took a dip in the butter tub. I said I'll continue working on these assets throughout the week and the weekend. Alright, maybe this might be a little too much. My friends will let me know if I've gone a little too far, but that's fine. I'd rather go a little too far and have a little fun with it than like not any fun with it at all. Okay, so now I'm going to grab this and create a new layer. And what I'm going to end up doing here, eventually I'm going to merge them down, but for right now I'm just trying to draw them separate so I can make changes as I go. So I head over here. He is not having a good time. And I wouldn't blame him either. This is so gross. Not sure if you ever accidentally spilled butter on yourself, but it is not the best experience ever. I couldn't even imagine being like dipped in butter. I can't see! Oh my god, I cannot see! And if I have to make new ones, that's fine. You guys know me. Man, I feel like I'm fighting a boss. Alright, cool beans. Let's head over there. And this is gonna look really dope when I'm done. Oh, you see it in his ear. Oh, gross. Ah. There we go. There we go. So I can turn that off. So that's what he looks like. Not a happy cat. Then I can grab these two right here. I'm going to move this bad boy over. And I'm going to grab these two. I'm going to increase the opacity. That's what it looks like when they're both together. And then what I will have to do is right here. Oops. Gonna have to do a little bit of cleanup. And that's fine. There we go. So now I'm going to select these two right here. I'm going to merge them together. Merge selected layers. There we go. So now we have Hobbes in the tub. Excuse me, Skully in the tub. And then completely grossed out. Like, sorry, dude. Okay, now the good part is because he's drenched in butter, I don't really have to go like too crazy. I'm going to grab this and push this down here. I'm going to save. Save often, kids. Save, 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 save. I'm going to put these two in a folder. You guys know me. I normally don't like to trash my stuff until I'm fully done. So let's go ahead and start with this one. In color. Okay, so we're in space. We got a barrel of butter. We want this butter to stand out. So I'm going to keep going with those nice gilded colors on there. But I'll make sure he is the main point of focus. So if you ever seen like really cheap butter, it doesn't really look like butter. It's actually like really weird. It's got like a super orangey color. There we go. So we got that right there. There you go. So we got right there. Then I'm gonna do some yellow, and I'm gonna use this for this area over here. Do that right there. Alright, then I'm gonna go a little lighter for these swishes. Swish. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try, since this is yellow, then I'll have to use, what is it, the complement here? I believe it's blue. It's either blue or purple. Gotta double check. My dyslexic ass. Okay, if it's yellow, then it's purple. Okay, so I'm gonna head over here. Nah, I got the freaking color wheel right here. I'm such a dumbass. Okay, so if it's yellow, I'm gonna go with the complement. It's gonna be a bluish color. And for this, I'm gonna switch to this tone over here, so I can really see if I have any gaps. This reminds me of Fall Out Boy. Dance, dance, da 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 da. You guys remember that? Oh, am I that old? Am I that old? Ah! Yeah, I'm gonna be 41 in a few days. Ha! Ha! My crow's feet! Ah! Ah! Dios mío! Ah! I'm old! Ah! Okay, I'm over it now. Yeah. It's funny, all my friends' kids, like, they're graduating high school and shit, and I'm like, I just got 2 cats and I got my PlayStation. Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's like leaving a fun. Now that I'm, you know, I did the right thing for my family. You know, my parents had me old, so I was their caregiver since I was a teen, just to give you a little bit of back history. Why I'm so late to the show. And, you know, so while my friends were starting a family, I was being a caregiver. So here I am now at 40, living my 20s and my 40s, while everybody's living their 40s in their 40s. So, good place I set up a career and I can pay my bills. The bad news is trying to find someone that's worth a damn. So, and you'll understand that later, kids. Okay, so. I'm gonna do that right there. See, and sometimes I usually tell people if they get a chance, I try to paint both, like, try different colors for the background so you can fill in some of the gaps. This right here works out pretty good. Okay, now I do want to add more orangey color to this. Because again, if you're seeing like the really cheap, like, butter, it is gnarly. Like, it is not appetizing. It just, your arteries are like screaming like, ah! Oh, what are you doing to me? Ah! Just like that, dude. You can hear it screaming inside your body. Ah! I know, it looks more like cheese more than anything. Oh well. But this is cheap theater butter, so I'm gonna give Rat Test what you think. Not what I want. And right here, I'm gonna add some little bit of highlight to these letters. Okay, I'm just being goofy, and I didn't worry too much about if this looks good or not. I'm just creating an asset. It's not that I don't care. I just, you know, just having fun. Again, it looks more like cheese more than anything else. That's okay, though. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so now we have one asset. Let's go ahead and do the second one. As you guys know, I'm trying to stick to, like, no more than 30 minutes on these videos. Mainly because I noticed people just stop watching after 30 minutes. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Y'all don't love me. It's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and duplicate the layer. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go out. Turn these up, and I'm going to head over here and then do this instead. Okay, so the main thing that I need to do, I need to go ahead and I need to fill in this area right here. So I'm going to borrow this. I work harder when I can work smarter. Am I right, guys? Oh. Of course, some of these I'm going to have to adjust down here, but that's fine. Rock music, bitches. I'm not sure how loud you guys can hear those guitars. It's kind of weird. Like, I can't find the good balance on this setup. It's how they're just like blasting into your ears, or it's not. Okay, now let's go ahead and borrow some of this orange. Actually, let's borrow some of this. I missed a spot here. Pretty big spot, actually. Okay, so now let's borrow some of this right here. Poor Skully, he's just covered in butter. Okay, now this reminds me of more like the soft rock alternative music I'm used to. Okay, right here we want to give the illusion of depth. So obviously my hand's coming out, this lighting coming. The inside's going to have a little bit more darker tones. And again, I'm keeping this simple. I'm not going too crazy with this. It gives it the illusion that this is, you know, it's underneath. God, he's just covered so much butter. This poor cat. Okay, and I need to borrow. Let me go back to here. I need to borrow some colors. I need to borrow the tongue. Okay, so there we go. So now I turn this off, making sure. And sometimes I gotta say, it's not till I go into this mode that I don't see some of these things right here. So I kind of like to bounce back and forth between both of them. Okay, so it looks pretty dope to me. Let's clean some of these little details out. And then I'm gonna add this right here. I know, he just looks like he's covered in cheese. I don't care though. There we go. Let's head in here. Okay, so that still looks pretty good, which is great. Okay, so now we have a 2-frame animation of him popping out of there. I do want to fix those few spots down here. There we go. Alright. So with that, we have made 2 more assets for the next episode, which is great. I said I'm doing these like slowly. Like I said, I'm trying not to kill myself. Me and my friends, we got a pretty good pace going on. And I said I'm trying not to make these like episodes really long. So that's great. Now the next time I pop back on, I will be working, modifying our chef character. I still also need to design the kitchen where these events are going to happen. So yeah, so there's all kinds of like cool little things that I'll be working on throughout the week. Like I said, I'm just trying to get back into the horse to just start producing again. I'm probably going to game here for a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and I need to work on my own stuff. So with that, guys, I'm going to talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining me in my sketch, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.